Hello everyone, welcome to Wing Papercrafting. My name is Angel Fitch. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so glad you've all decided to join me today. And welcome to Fun Fold Friday. So today we're going to do a really simple, really cute card here. Let's get all of our pieces out here. I have our little recipe or directions written out. So we're going to start with a card base, and this is just a flat card base. So this is kind of like the pocket card that we made the other day, but a little different. So this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then we've got a piece of cardstock that's 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to put that down here as our first layer. So let's do that. And while we're doing this, if I can ask you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really like it if you joined us. I would appreciate that if you could also hit that like button. It goes a long way to, promoting the channel. Okay, so there's our first layer. And then our next layer is going to be these little squares. So we've got 4 squares of, let me see. We need to kind of keep this top part open for just a little bit here, and I kind of forgot about that. So we've got squares here that we are going to put up here, and these are 1 1/2 by 1 3/4, and then I've scored this at 1/4, and we're going to tuck these under here. So these are going to be cardstock, and they're going to have a piece of pattern paper on them. So this is our pattern paper representation. So let's put that on here. So we're just going to center that up just like that. And then we've got another one, same deal. It's got a crease in it. And here's the rest of our pattern paper goodies over here. So let's get this one on. And so don't do what I did and be so anxious to get your first piece down. So then these are going to go right with this little flap tucked inside of our first layer piece here. So I'm just kind of going to drop this on the edge. And it's just going to tuck under there. And we just want it flush with the corner. Okay, so just like that. And that's going to be our mechanism that's going to lift up. So let's get this tucked under this edge. And then we'll make sure the whole thing is glued down. All right, so that's perfect. So just right at the edge of your cardstock is where you want those to be. And so they're going to be just like that. And of course our little pattern paper here is crooked, but that's okay. We're going to go with it since it's only our prototype, right? I'm going to take my bone folder and kind of give this a nice crease here. We're going to do our best to try to get that to lay down. All right, it's not going to until we get our thing attached to it. So then you're going to have 2 squares. Now these don't have flaps on them because these are just going to lay flat down here at the bottom. And they also have a piece of pattern paper. If I seem to be missing a piece of pattern paper. I wonder what happened to it. All right, well, that's not good. All right, so the little pieces of pattern paper are let's see, what are they? They're 1 1/4 inch squares. And so these are going to go here. And I need to cut one more, I guess, because, I really think I have like a Casper the Friendly Ghost in my house because things seem to disappear all the time. And I know I cut enough of these, but that's okay. We'll cut another one right quick. So we just need a 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. So let's do this. This is just a scrap piece that I had in my folder. So we'll do this. Okay, so now we've got our piece. It's going to go here. Yeah, a couple months ago, I had an entire pack of paper just disappear out of my craft room. I have not found it, and I have no idea what happened to it. It just literally disappeared. We have other things in our house that tend to disappear too, so I really think we have a ghost. Okay, so we're going to put that on that corner. And then this one's going to go on this corner. Alright, so there's our basic template. Now, for the focal point, I have a piece of cardstock. And then, let's see. What are we going to do here? We're going to do this. So you could do either pattern paper here or cardstock. I'm going to do our prototype in the cardstock. But the one we're going to do, I actually put a pattern piece there that I cut out of the silly old bear. So we're going to put this together. So this is going to go here. So again, you could do cardstock or you could do just pattern paper or some kind of stamping. You could put anything as your focal point. Okay, and then this is going to attach right up here to our little pieces that move so that we can raise our whole front flap up. So basically we just need glue right at the very edges here. So not a lot, just right there. And we're going to just press this down so that this is centered up on our card. So kind of like that. I'm going to give those a good push. And it's going to just go up like that. And wipe away any excess glue that you have because you don't want to glue your card shut. Alright, I need to hang on to it just a little second or two longer so it actually takes hold. There we go. Okay, perfect. And then this is going to be our sentiment piece. And that we're going to put somewhere. I don't know where yet. Maybe right down here at the bottom. I think looks good. So let's just see if we can... Okay, so that finally took hold, so that's good. Alright, so we're just going to take this and we're going to put just a little bit of glue on each side. And we're going to put that right here at the bottom. Okay, make sure that's centered. There we go. Alright, so there's that. So there's your sentiment piece. So this is going to open up. We're going to stamp in here. And then in order to write on the card, we're going to put just another piece of cardstock on the back. And so that'll be where you can sign it and do any of your personalization that you want. So we're going to put that right here. And then there is our cute little card. Alright, so it's going to look even cuter when we make it. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to turn that back over so we can have our directions again. So let's see here. We've got a piece of pecan pie that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I've got 2 pieces of vanilla that are 4 by 5 1/4. One's going to go on the front, one's going to go on the back. Okay, and then we've got our 2 pieces that have our fold. So for the top, we've got 2 pieces that are going to go in the bottom corners. Our pattern paper pieces are here. And then we've got our focal point. So this is one of those pieces out of that silly old bear paper. And then this label came out of the Sweet Words Label and Dies that came with this silly old bear collection. And we're going to use some antique pearls. So let's see, what should we start with? Before we glue, I want to do our, well, let's see. I guess we need to put our little pieces together here. Let's start here. So these are paper pieces that I cut out of that big tree, the ones that look like it's the 100-acre woods. And so I just snipped, 4 little pieces here. One of them actually happens to have Winnie the Pooh here climbing the tree, which I just thought was too cute. So we're going to put him right here. Let's see if I can be a little better at centering these up than I was on the template. Okay, let's see. Glue here. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm getting the trees, right side up so that they don't look funky. We don't need any upside down trees. Okay, one more. And then I'll get this one centered up. There we go. All right, so there are our corner pieces. Now, I'm going to take these. I'm going to do this just a little different than we did before because that was, you know, not the way I should have done it. So we're going to glue, well, might help if I put the glue on the right side, huh? Wrong edge. Let's see. I'm going to put this here. And we're just going to put this right here. So just right in the corner of that piece of cardstock. Let me wipe my finger off here. I got glue everywhere. Okay, so there's that. Now we'll do the other one. We'll end up putting glue on the other side when we go to put it down, but for right now I just want to put glue on the inside so that we can get it onto our piece of cardstock here. Alright, so these are right here in the corner. Alright, now we can glue that whole thing down. Let's put our bottom pieces on. So this one's going to go here. And this one in this corner. Okay, just like that. Except it moved on me. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to take this, turn this over, put glue all over here. And I'll put some extra on these hinge pieces because we don't want them coming off. And we'll center this up on our base. Just like that. Let's see. Make sure we're nice and centered. I think we are. Looks pretty good. Okay, so there's that. Now, we're going to take our focal piece here and we're going to put our Winnie the Pooh on our pecan pie piece. This is the right side. Okay, so we're going to center this up right in there. And then we're going to take this, and we already know we just have to put glue right up here at the very edge. And we're going to hold these down with my left hand, and we'll center this up now. Just like that. I actually think we're going to move it just a little north, even though I don't want to cover up our Winnie the Pooh there, so we'll do it just like that. Alright, give everything a good press, and there we go. So we've got that nice and good. Alright, now we need to do our stamping, so let's put the glue away. We're going to stamp in pecan pie, and let's see, we are going to do, I've got some stamps out here. On this piece right here, we're going to do the one that says, "It never hurts to keep looking up." And so let's get that on a block here. And ink this up. Alright, move that out of the way. We're going to line this up here on our mat, so it hopefully starts out straight. And we'll get this, let's see if I can get this centered up without getting my head in the way. Hopefully that's good. Okay, there we go. So this is going to go down here at the bottom. And then inside here, we're going to do the stamp that says, "Sometimes when you go looking for happiness, happiness finds you." And so we'll put that, and I'm going to just put this right in the middle because that's where it's going to get covered up by our front piece. So let's see, center that up right there. Okay, and there we go, perfect. Now let's pop our little sentiment piece up on a dimensional or two, or maybe even 3. Let's see, I'll put one there and one in the middle. Alright, so we're going to do this. And I could put this right down here, just like this. You can kind of tuck this piece in to keep it hidden, but flat in there. Closed. There's the word I was looking for, closed. Okay, sometimes words are hard. That's so cute. All right, so let's put this on the back. We could stamp on this too. I don't know if there's anything in the stamp set. So we did, it never hurts to keep looking up, and sometimes when you go looking for happiness, happiness finds you. What can we put here? We could do I will love you until forever, and even after that. We could do best kind of days are the days spent together. Old friends are the best friends. Let's do this I love you thing. Let's see. Let's get that stamp out. Let's see. I don't think we've used this one yet. I think it's right here. All right, so let's put this down here. Like that, and we'll pluck this up with a block. Now I'm just going to season this up since this is new and we haven't used this one yet. Okay, so let's ink it up. All right, let's get this done right here. Okay. And you've still got plenty of room back here to sign your card. All right, we're going to put the ink away. We're going to put this on, and we'll do a little bit of bling, and we're going to be done. All right. So we'll get that on here, just like that. Okay, now back on this side. Let's do our antique pearls. All right, let's do... let's see, where can we put? Let's put one here. And a little one here. And we'll grab one more little one to put right down here. There we go. Isn't that just adorable? I just love this paper pack. And there is our cute little card. Alright, so there's what we had for today. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And I will be back in maybe tomorrow or the next day. We'll see. A couple days we'll have some more. And I hope to see you back then. Have a crafty evening. Bye.